Daphne and Velma is a straight-to-video film. I thought that the rise of crappy Netflix movies had killed the genre, but I guess this film was too bad even for streaming. It says a lot that the film was shot in just 17 days. Some films use a limited schedule to their advantage and create a sense of energy because of it. Promising Young Woman is an excellent example. In the case of Daphne and Velma, it only enhances the cheap and tacky feeling one gets while watching it. The effects are shoddy, and the plot is nonsensical. Let me break it down for you. Daphne and Velma are internet friends, but one day Daphne reveals she is coming to live in the same town as Velma. This makes Velma sad. Something suspicious has been going on at the school. Students are disappearing into a locker with a smoke machine in. So Daphne and Velma investigate. The girls attend a school owned by a tech genius, so the corridors are filled with technology that looks like it was made from things found in a tip. The technology idea might have worked on its own, but because it's been jammed into a school so it appeals to teens, it feels really out of place, unconvincing and stupid. The characters are probably the worst part. While the actresses do a lot with the material they have, they can only go so far. By trying to reinvent these characters as feminist icons, they strip them of everything that made them Daphne and Velma. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated updated the pair in an infinitely more interesting way. To some extent, the 2005 movie did it better than this film. Daphne is simply too stupid. She was never characterized in this way before. For a long time she was obsessed with Fred, but what the writer of this film seems to have forgotten was that Daphne always got captured because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was Shaggy and Scooby who were stupid. Daphne hardly ever got captured because of her stupidity, and all versions of the character in the last 15 years have focused on making her more independent and interesting. Daphne and Velma doesn't seem to have done any research into its source material, beyond a basic understanding of the characters presented in the 60s. Velma is handled slightly better, but still feels like the writers had no idea how she should be presented. The film feels as though it was written to be a generic teen movie first and the Scooby-Doo elements were added later. It shares this problem with Peter Rabbit, a perfectly fine film, aside from James Corden, but at no point does it feel like a film that could only be made with Beatrix Potter's creations. I've read about how this film is excellent because it contains messages of female empowerment. That may well be so. But a story cannot stand on its message alone. I'm looking at you, J.B. Priestley. Finally, I would like to express my anger at the choice to cast an actress as Daphne who isn't naturally ginger. I understand that a choice was made to avoid making the two leads both white. But there are so few ginger role models in modern media that it would have been nice to have Daphne. Oh well, I guess we're just back to the Weasleys. Right. I'm off to commit a major crime, then I'm going to blame it on the lack of strong ginger role models.